I'll be reacting to the Duke of Death and his Maid, episode 8. I will be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Oh man, I'm pumped up for this. Hopefully Duke has some better luck this time when it comes to getting rid of the curse. Honestly, I can't. That life would be absolutely terrible. I wonder if the narrator is going to play a key role in the series. And it's thankfully because of Alice. Honestly, what would our Duke do without her? Thankfully, at least so far, he hasn't had to go through something like that. And I hope it stays that way because honestly, the Duke and Alex, they deserve each other. They're both awesome individuals, great people. They deserve the relationship to forever prosper, if you ask me. Man, this song is, oh man, it's so good. Man, I fucking love this opening song. I could probably watch it multiple times. It's really this part when it goes to like in the middle. It's probably one of my favorites in the opening, just from a sound standpoint. And especially all the little touches too, where they're so close to touching each other in the opening. And I think there's a bug. Let me get back. All right, sorry y'all. Had to take care of a situation with the bug in the corner. I got rid of it though. Oh, hello, Spirit Chaser. Hope you're having a great day right now. It's actually nice to see Rob as a teacher figure. Ah, it's pretty great news, Spirit Chaser. That means the episode's going to be pretty awesome then. I think Coffee's probably going to... I'm thinking about a year she'll have a... it'll probably take at least 2 or 3 years for her to surpass Zane. That's my guess. That's adorable the way she says that. I mean, considering some of the stuff Zane's done in the last few episodes, I could see why she'd have absolute faith in him. I'd probably have faith too, and I was in her spot. Rob's so smooth where he can make his fuck up feel like it's the actual truth. It takes a professional to make it sound like they're telling the truth even when they're lying. Well, look at them sparkles. It looks like a vampire from the freaking Twilight movie series. I mean, hey, our girl's got things to do. And what if she is? At least someone actually cares about. I love how she puts this dude in his place. I mean, Viola's only stating facts, though. Can't blame her. I wasn't expecting a guy that looks so composed to just have a little breakdown there when the facts are thrown right in front of him. Okay, I actually like how they finally give us a little bit of characterization regarding the mother indirectly, just so we know that, yeah, she still has faith in her man boy there. Says a lot, actually, even though it was a quick little bit there. I mean, probably because the brother isn't an absolute psych. I can see why she'd fancy the other brother more. Yeah, I would be creeped the fuck out too if I were her. I mean, Walter looks like a fucking psycho. He's got the psycho. It's no wonder why she'd gravitate more towards the Duke. With his ability, even with the ability to, like, kill anything he touches. I kind of do hope we get this. We all know the mother probably knows. The thing is, if he really wants to be better than the Duke, he's going to have to prove it through his actions, not just being all like, just wanting to be better. And he's going to have to focus on being the best version of himself. I love how there you can see, even though she doesn't show it in front of Zine, she loves Zine so much. That's fucking adorable. For whoa, it's quite a pillow she bounced into. I mean, as you can still grow, there's always hope. I love how that's how Cough interprets it. But then again, she's a badass witch. She's probably seen some drastic shit. So cute. Oh, they're just gonna have to face that reality. Oh. Okay, for that, it looks like she's about to. I know she's not, but it looks like she's about to do some dirty shit to come through that angle. Like, no joke, that angle's suggestive. So, I kind of want Rob to actually come into the room right now and look at this. It'd be hilarious, probably, just to see the misunderstandings that would arise. She does. I mean, with that type of hesitation. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, that was exactly how I imagined it'd be. And they actually, no, you know what? No, it surpassed my expectations to an extent. I mean, although it's a child by technicalities, though. Yo, how smooth is Rob? Whoa! Okay, I was kind of getting scared she was gonna actually jump out the window for a second. Good thing she didn't do that. I think Rob does. He probably is like chick magnet abilities are probably on 24/7 and just doesn't have any way of shutting them off. He's probably that much of a Chad. Why am I getting the feeling that our girl isn't a beginner at all when it comes to chess? Okay, it's better that he doesn't telegraph it though. Yeah, exactly. How is that even an award? I mean, it is an award, but you can't really call it an award because she does that of her own free will, though. I'm just saying. Well, when was the somber music right now? Oh, I'm assuming this is when he was super lonely? Or maybe something happened. Oh, okay. So maybe this is the first time you saw Alice. A flashback. That's my guess. Oh, actually, like out here, you see how disheveled he actually is. At least right before he saw older Alice. So I do actually really dig stuff like this. Oh. And you know, I'll actually love bits like this because it shows you the type of state he'd be in if he didn't have Alice around. He'd be sad and miserable. His life would be a lot darker. It's really good to see a lot of power. How about when it comes to Rob, he only hears the shit he wants to hear, or he interprets things the way he wants them to be interpreted. Oh. Thankfully, that's not the case anymore in our boys in a stance where he's now surrounded by multiple people. But of course, it all started out with Alice, though. Oh, I wonder why, though. I don't. Well, you know, in this instance, I'm not going to blame the Duke. I mean, it has to be just the mind fucking to just be in the spot he's in where he can't really touch anything and he's been ostracized by his own mother. I hope they can show Alice's mother eventually. I have a feeling she'd be a really sweet individual to see. And it actually does look good on him, I ain't gonna lie. I love how she had our boy pinned in even from the get go. Hey, I mean, that's an honest ass question. No, but the thing is, though, he asked who she was, though, about. So by technicalities, he did get an answer that he was asking for. Just not the answer that he was expecting. That's the key difference. I could see why he'd think that because in the spot he's in, he probably would lose a lot of his self confidence. Oh man. Hmm. I actually love bits like that where you can even see those weird moments where Alice is completely distressed there because it's a rarity in the series. I'm assuming her life's been a paradise in comparison. Whoa. Oh, it's always nice seeing her go like that. I wonder if she's actually legitimately honest about that. I don't think she would ask Rob for help. And I just love how there she's not even dissuaded at all. And I think she's super hyper determined. Oh. I also bet you get a broom and all that, you know? That really is sad that they're in a situation where they can't feel each other's warmth. And that's how you use a flashback, right, to make a scene. Damn! I thought it was going to be 3 days, but never mind. Well, that is the power of love. Sometimes they do say love can cause miracles to happen. If there's anything our boy isn't, he is not a wrench at all. I think it's going to come to him. Well, we know it comes to him in the series, since this is the past. I'm assuming it'll probably take him like a week from that point in the past to remember who she is. You know, even all those bits with Alice too, where she can be the figurative shoulder for someone else, you know, when they're extremely sad. And I love that. Don't get me wrong, I love Alice when she's comedic, but when she's serious like that, she's awesome too. Jeez. That witch is a hardcore bitch for honestly making a child go through what the Duke is going through. Man. Oof. I mean, thankfully the Duke's a strong man, though. But jeez. He actually is lucky that he didn't suffer more injuries. Well, I think it wasn't the end for him at that point because, regardless of what he says, Alice would have been sad. At least at that point in time, Viola would have been sad. And Rob probably would have been sad too. Oh, he looks like he's finally remembering. All right. I was thinking it was going to take him at least a week from that point in time to remember, but shit. He's doing it on the same day, apparently. Well, thankfully, we all know everything turns out fine, though. Yeah, we all know it. Who else would ever accept that for an answer? Hey, he definitely does deserve that for making her worry. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Because if he would have passed away at that moment, it wouldn't just been Alice. It'd been Viola, Rob. That probably would have also been said alongside Alice too. Yeah. And let's hope they can actually pull off a little forever bit. Because man, those two, they truly do complete each other. Hell, you could say they have like some soulmate vibes, if you ask me. You know, lately it feels like they have gone along. Oh? She moved the pieces. I mean, hey, it's fair because the Duke said he would have done it. It is fair, yeah. Because Duke said that he would have moved around the pieces if Alice wasn't paying attention, so she was only doing what he would have done. I'm just saying. If anything, Alice was being smart. She was being smart. Fantastic episode. I'm definitely going to give this one a 9.5 out of 10. This was by far the best Duke of Death in his Maid episode because, I mean, what more could you want from an episode from the series? Because I finally love how it shows us how Alice and the Duke met, at least when they were older. It was actually nice to get the whole context of it. Seeing the psychological distress that the Duke was going through and actually contemplating giving up his own life was actually really, really sad. Because in seeing that, it does put into context now how important Alice was into his life. Because don't get me wrong, I already had a feeling she was super important. But this gave us a tangible visual as to how important she really is. Yeah, it definitely was Spirit Chaser because not only did it have a lot of comedy, it was really serious. Oh, yeah, that's a good point on that, Spirit Chaser. It's probably because with Cuff and Viola, they're probably thinking girls be girls. It's probably likely just to let it be. I wanted to blame them. I probably would have accepted it too if I were in there. So I'd be like, yeah, it's just girls playing around. I'm going to ignore this shit. I'd have done the same thing too, Spirit Chaser, if I was there. Huh. That sounds like a phone one for next week. And here's what I loved about this episode from a story aside from it doing a great job of emphasizing why Alice and the Duke have a great relationship. It was nice finally getting to see the brother of the Duke because I've been curious about this for quite a while. Like all the people that are at the table alongside of Viola and the mother. So that was nice to finally get the context to that. So I gotta give the episode credit for that. Huh. That's a pretty cool bit of info, Spirit Chaser. Huh. I wonder why the anime didn't have that detail. Maybe it was because of runtime. But overall, I'd say the episode did a good job of what it did, though. I'll give him credit. But yeah, that detail you mentioned would have definitely been super cool to see, though. But it worked, though. It definitely worked. Now, and saying that, though, Spirit Jason and everyone else, there were also other bits I loved about this episode, though. I did love the fact that, aside from getting big views into the past, I loved the amount of characterization from from Alice, just seeing her never give up attitude. And not just her never give up attitude. I love how when it comes to this episode, we also get to see the fact that from this one, we got to see how the Duke wasn't the strong individual that he is in the series. I love how this episode emphasized the fact that he worked himself up to be that mentally strong person he is currently in the series. That's what I did great from a character standpoint. Yeah, you're definitely right, Spirit Chaser. And it was nice seeing our girl actually act as a really powerful emotional support for her boy. I thought that was really damn glorious. That's why you really loved the episode narratively, because it did a lot in a small amount of time. And plus, I love the hilarious stuff from Viola, like that little bit of comedic relief before we get to the serious stuff, like when it looked like she was playing around with Cuff and in adult-rated fashion. That was just random, but hilarious as hell. And I give the episode credit for that, because series that try jokes like that sometimes fail. This series didn't, and it succeeded. So that's why I gotta give credit where credit's due. Naturally, I love the voice performances. The CGI isn't that good, Spirit Chaser. It's pretty much JC. I think the CGI is cost-cutting measures, because JC staff literally has no excuses to be using CGI for this series. This series is a slice of life anime. I think it's JC staff being cheap. There's no ends, if, and buts. They're being cheap about this, because I'm watching the other anime this season, like Eden Zero, Blue Reflection Ray, Milka Dream Mix. Those get hand-drawn, and those require more effort because they're action anime. Yeah, this annoys me about the series Spirit Chaser, because this series is actually better written than Blue Reflection Ray, done by JC staff. You can definitely tell JC staff didn't give a shit about this series, which is a shame, because I think this series is more interesting than Blue Reflection Ray. But JC staff doesn't give a shit. The writing's good, so the series is good, not because of JC staff. JC staff for this series is a deterrent. This series is good in spite of JC staff's laziness, not because of JC staff doing a good job. This is in spite of JC staff being lazy, because the writing is spot on. So I think the CGI quality, while it's decent, this series would have been way better hand-drawn. Like, no joke. Because there are even bits in this series that are hand-drawn, whether it be background characters. But you're right about Viola, though. She does look like an insect sometimes. I still like the series, though. I have a fun time watching it. But I got to call it how it is, though. Because I believe that's got the fuck out of me, because it actually... Oh, it looks like it went down again. Oh, now it's back. Hey, y'all. That's when my Wi-Fi is inconsistent. But thankfully, though, yeah, these are my thoughts on the episode. Even though, yes, the CGI quality is passable, at the very least, it wasn't super bad. And for the most part, it fit. Well, yes, I would love to. The animation, it got the job done. For the most part, the CG animation. Thought the voice work was amazing. I love the music utilized too. I gotta give credit to overall. I gotta go straight up with like a 9.5 out of 10, because honestly, the episode doesn't deserve anything less at all. Now, if anything, I'll give it. Yeah, I gotta give the episode credit, because this is by far one of the best episodes I've seen from the series. But right before I go, y'all, and let me just check real quick, because my Wi-Fi is down for some reason. No, it works. Yeah, it works. My Wi-Fi. Huh. Yeah, it looks like everything works. Yeah. Yeah, I was just making sure my laptop was working, because it's been on and off after I finished reacting to the episode. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the episode, y'all. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. And before I go, I'd like to say thank you very much to Spirit Chaser for commenting on the live chat. And everyone else, thank you very much for watching my video.